welcome to a series of interviews for Open Conference. My name is Matina Tsavli and I'm a member in the organizing committee of Open Conference. We are guests today at the studios of Makrygeorgou and we would like to thank very much Paris and Adonis for letting us. I have with me Argyris Makrygeorgou, who is operational manager.
I'm the operations director
of
Noesis for Cybersecurity.
Yes.
And I have a few other roles, not strictly professional. I'm a mentor for the Women for Cyber Federation here in Greece. Mm-hmm. And I'm also the head of the audit committee for the Hellenic IC2 chapter.
Okay.
I used to be the membership chair, and now I've progressed in a more, let's say, organizational role.
Very interesting background, but first things first. I would like to start with your educational background. Can you tell us about your journey in the field of security and your current role as operations director at Cybersecurity?
Sure. First of all, thanks Emil again for letting me presenting my speech and for this interview as well. It's a real honor. I mean, throughout the years, I've participated in a lot of conferences here in Greece and abroad, but it's my first Open Conf, so I'm really excited.
We are very happy to have you.
The pleasure is all mine. So yeah, I mean, I started with computer science in the early 2000s. I got my bachelor's from Economic University of Athens and a master's degree as well in information systems with a major in cybersecurity. I started working in IT from maybe 20 years old. I mean, before finishing the university, I had roles the first few years about systems, networks, pre-sales engineering. I mean, from computer technician evoluting
full stack.
Full stack. Not a big fan of coding, to be honest. Okay. But maybe that's.
There is AI for that. Don't worry.
Yeah, for now. So yeah, I mean, I can write a few lines of script, but I mean, I'm not a big coding guy. But yeah, there is AI now for that. And I decided to study information security, and then, I mean, since 2012, 2013, all my roles are about information security. Significant milestone in my journey was for me moving from Athens to Dublin and back to Athens from 2012 to 2015. Following that, I mean, all my roles are from they're senior, like from manager up to director in a few companies in Greece. Now I'm the operations director for Noesis. We're a small consulting firm focusing on governance, risk compliance, and a lot in security awareness. And that will be the topic as well of my speech. And that's about it.
Great. You mentioned a bit about inclusion and diversity. Can you elaborate a bit on that?
Sure. I mean,
who do you represent, or do you have women in Cybersecurity?
Yeah, that was that was my first point. A lot of people talk about diversity, but when it comes in actual matters, you still see that for any reason, they really are not investing in it. To be honest, in Cybersecurity, over 80% of our people are women. We have from
80%.
80%, yeah. I mean, from interns, to entry level media consultants. Our manager, one of our managers, is a woman as well, and perfect. Our most senior manager before the upper management, I mean, is again a woman, and she's in her journey to become a junior partner as well. So I mean, we truly believe that women they have an added value and they can and they can bring a lot of characteristics that, ecosystems purely man-driven, like IT or maybe pen testers and stuff, they lack of this kind of influence. And on top of cyber noises, IC Square as well has some diversity goals that they're very, very interesting. And my focus the last few years is again awareness around non-tech people and tech people, and there you can see that again bringing in the team women makes it easier, makes the whole action more approachable. So again, you have better results. And last but not least, as I said at the beginning, I am a mentor for Women for Cyber, the Greek chapter, let's say. To be honest, they invited me as a mentor, but it was a two-way journey, and
Yes.
I will reapply for a second round as well. Okay, I had a lot of things to say. To younger women for, which certifications to choose or how they can deal with a situation. But it was a really, it really opened my eyes and broadened what I was thinking on having to discuss about everyday matters with women, especially from Greece and from other countries as well. Their perspective, even if you're talking with a student with 1 year of experience, let's say, it actually, and I'm not saying this is just to be fancy here and stuff. It was actually very interesting and very whelming for me as well. At first I say, okay, it will be something quite like a boxed approach. I'll tell them, yeah, okay, go pass CISP or something. But it was a great experience. And that's I'm looking at the camera right now. You should hire more women if you want real perspective.
Yes, and not just count on the KPIs that you want to fill for
No,
inclusion and
the KPIs,
diversity.
okay, the KPIs help, but it's not a drill just to reach your KPI goals. Let's say,
Exactly.
okay, listen, it's a social thing, it's a cultural thing. We're seeing a lot of C-levels that are women. So my late father used to say that always have a woman close to you, because they're more clever, and they have. That's okay. Maybe this is an overstatement or understatement, but surely they have another perspective. So in order to have, as we say, security 360, in order to become 360, you need this other perspective as well.
Okay. I would like to talk about a motto I found on your bio. Let's keep things simple and secure. Could you elaborate on how this philosophy influences your approach to managing operations?
Yeah. So, okay, the security part is pretty self-explanatory. The key here is simplicity.
Security is not always simple.
No, but security is not simple, but is implicit as my main tasks and my whole posture is around security. The problem is that people they're not. They're afraid, or they have a constraint to adapt in a secure matter, because they find it overly complex. There is an old motto saying that too much security is bad security. One of my teachers in my bachelor's used to say it, and that's true. If you overcomplicate things, it will be very difficult for a non-tech person to adapt. And the moment anyone considers that security is just an overhead, you'll just ditch it,
Exactly.
and then you're obsolete. I mean, everything comes around to the simple user, and that's why my speech and my main focus in Cybernoises and in IC2 is around the users, the IT ones, the non-IT ones. It doesn't really matter if you're an expert in tech or in any other field, or you're just a very simple person. The moment, I mean, this comes with the human nature. Whatever you presume as an overhead, you won't love it, you won't adapt it, so
You won't be good at it.
you won't be good at it, and
Okay.
everything starts. I mean, imagine that we have like, okay, we like our phones more than our laptops or our desktops because they're easier to use or more simple. And everybody is screaming about user experience. So, in other words, let's say that my main focus is to infuse user experience in a secure manner. So,
It is very important. The ease of use is very, very important, of course. Another question. You mentioned previously ISC2. You're a member
correct.
there, right?
Correct, yeah. I used to be a member since 2014. I got the certifications, and once I got back in Greece, I decided to become a more active member and become part of the board of directors for the Greek chapter.
Can you tell us a bit about the importance of such organizations on cybersecurity matters?
Yeah, sure. I mean, cybersecurity is relatively small. I mean, now it's cyber. Everything about cyber is a bit of a buzzword. I mean, everybody talks about cybersecurity, but till now, if you compare the cyber ecosystem with IT or marketing or lawyers or something, we're just very few people. So there is an actual need to be more organized. First of all, to have to have a like a relationship with each other, networking between peers, as we say, which is very important, as to have like a common threshold for the positions we hold in Greece, for maybe plan some future actions, and of course you need to be organized enough in order to be able then to evangelize what we're doing. I mean, everybody, even if not an active party in an organization, I'm pretty sure that implicitly trying to do their job, it will probably say a few things in their organization, even if we are talking about a small organization or a bigger one. With ISC2, sorry, I'm still stuck in our old name.
Yes.
It's not, as I usually say, it's not just the certification. It's not just that we gather some people, with masters in information security and saying complicated things that we all dig, because okay, that will be a bit like playing Dungeons and Dragons or something. The social impact is excessively important. How we evangelize, as I say, how we propagate and make cybersecurity quite mainstream, so people can dig it.
So we can find standards, we can find policies, we can find support.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's before all these things, you need to find it. It must be easy to say, "Hey, I have a cybersecurity matter. I have a cybersecurity issue. I need somebody to talk to very quickly." Okay, I can jump in the next session for from IC2 or an organization, or yeah, I have RG, or I have John or Dimitris or Matina or Dimitra or anyone in my LinkedIn friends. So yeah, okay, let's send them a message. It needs to be clear. I mean, when I started using LinkedIn, it was like, okay, John or Chrisa something, lawyer. It was one word, specific, so much powerful, so inclusive. Lawyer. Yeah, okay, like architect. In our world, that was not very clear. Okay, we love buzzwords, we love complex titles as well, but it needs to be as common in a good manner as this. Hey, you're Matina, you're a lawyer. You're not, but doesn't matter. You could be. And I'm Argyris, I'm a cybersecurity expert. Okay, nice to meet you. So it must be so simple as that. We, in every organization, we ought to fight against, why is that? I mean, are you going to fix my computer, or what are you doing? I mean, it needs to be we're in 2023, it needs to become a good commodity, what cyber is in our everyday world. I mean, we're hearing about hacks, we're hearing about people losing their credit cards, or about frauds, about phishing and stuff, and still is not clear. And I'm talking about people that they're 35, 40 years old. I'm not talking about other generations. I messed up a bit with the Generation Z and X and boomers and stuff. I don't really dig them. But for me, it's frustrating. That's why I'm acting up like that now, that it's not self-explanatory what a cybersecurity person does. And this needs to change.
And is this also a part of your speech that you're going to present to us in OpenConf 2023?
I'll have to refrain from giving out more information.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'll tell more. Yeah, I'll tell more.
Can we have a short teaser, or tell us something about your speech?
So I mean, okay, but this is in Greek, but it doesn't matter. It says that it's not the user's fault that he or she doesn't know. This year's speech is not about simple users, because at OpenConf our audience is more technical, and there are coders and stuff. But this is actually one of my incentives as a person and in Cyber Noesis. We offer training for tech people. Many times you say, I'll do a security awareness program, but I will exclude my IT because they know these things, or I'll exclude my security team because they know, and then we are the ones falling for a phishing or something, overconfidence. And I mean, if I'm about to give a hint, it will be that stop being overconfident. There is, I mean, under certain circumstances, you can be the group CISO of a tier 1 organization, and yet you can be scammed. So,
yes. Okay, so thank you very much for today's interview.
It was a pleasure, Matina.
It was great.
Thanks, Emil.
I'm waiting to listen to your speech live at Open Conference.
It's on November 10th.
November 10 and 11.
Okay.
And we're waiting to see all of you there. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.